The turbulent history between Iran and the United States. Iran and the United States share one of the most complex and dramatic relationships in modern history, a story shaped by alliance, betrayal, revolution, and ongoing conflict. What began as a strategic partnership during the Cold War transformed into decades of hostility, fueled by ideological clashes, nuclear tensions, and regional power struggles. Let's begin at the start. Early ties, before 1953. In the early 20th century, the United States viewed Iran as a valuable partner in a strategically vital region. During World War II and the early Cold War years, Washington saw Iran as a bulwark against Soviet expansion. American advisors, including financial expert Arthur Millspaugh, helped modernize Iran's economic institutions. Relations remained cordial, and cooperation steadily grew. But this partnership would soon face a turning point. The 1953 coup. In 1951, Prime Minister Mossadegh nationalized Iran's oil industry, previously controlled by British interests. In response, the United States and the United Kingdom orchestrated a covert operation in 1953 that overthrew Mossadegh and restored Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi to power. Though the move strengthened Western influence in Iran, it planted deep resentment among many Iranians. For many, it became a symbol of foreign interference, a grievance that would echo for decades. The Shah's Alliance, 1953 to 1979. Under the Shah, Iran became one of America's closest allies in the Middle East. The U.S. supplied massive military aid, advanced weaponry, and nuclear technology through the Atoms for Peace program. After President Nixon's 1972 visit, arms sales surged, and Iran emerged as a key anti-communist partner in the region. But rapid modernization and political repression under the Shah created widespread domestic unrest. That unrest would erupt in 1979. The Iranian Revolution and hostage crisis. In 1979, the Shah was overthrown. Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini returned from exile and established the Islamic Republic of Iran, a government openly hostile to American influence. Later that year, Iranian students seized the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, taking 52 American diplomats and citizens hostage for 444 days. The crisis severed diplomatic relations and marked the beginning of open hostility between the two nations. The 1980s, War and Confrontation. During the Iran-Iraq War, the United States tilted toward Iraq, despite Iraq's use of chemical weapons. Tensions escalated further with the Iran-Contra scandal, in which U.S. officials secretly sold arms to Iran in exchange for hostages, funneling proceeds to Nicaraguan rebels. In 1988, direct military clashes peaked during Operation Praying Mantis. That same year, a U.S. naval vessel mistakenly shot down Iran Air Flight 655, killing all 290 civilians aboard, an incident that further deepened mistrust. Sanctions and standoff, 1990s to 2000s. Throughout the 1990s, the U.S. imposed sweeping sanctions on Iran, targeting its oil industry and accusing Tehran of supporting terrorism and pursuing nuclear weapons. The 1996 Iran-Libya Sanctions Act intensified economic pressure. Although there were brief moments of diplomatic thaw under Iranian President Mohammad Khatami, tensions rose again after President George W. Bush labeled Iran part of the "axis of evil" in 2002. Suspicions surrounding Iran's nuclear program became the central issue. The nuclear deal, the 2010s. In 2015, after years of negotiations, President Barack Obama's administration finalized the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, or JCPOA. The agreement limited Iran's uranium enrichment to 3.67%, reduced its centrifuges, and subjected its facilities to inspections, in exchange for sanctions relief. But in 2018, President Donald Trump withdrew the United States from the deal, reinstating severe sanctions under a "maximum pressure" campaign. Iran gradually increased uranium enrichment beyond agreed limits, reigniting tensions. Escalations, 2020 to 2024. In January 2020, the U.S. killed Iranian General Qasem Soleimani in a drone strike. Iran retaliated with missile attacks on U.S. positions in Iraq. Across the region, proxy conflicts intensified, involving groups such as Hezbollah and the Houthis. Efforts by the Biden administration to revive the nuclear deal stalled, as Iran expanded its nuclear activities and regional influence. The recent war, 2025 to 2026. In 2025, renewed nuclear negotiations collapsed. Israeli strikes targeted Iranian nuclear infrastructure in June of that year, followed by direct U.S. bombings of key facilities, including Natanz, Fordow, and Isfahan. By early 2026, joint U.S. Israeli operations escalated further, targeting nuclear and missile sites. Iran responded with regional retaliation and temporarily closed the Strait of Hormuz, disrupting global energy markets. The conflict marked one of the most dangerous chapters in the history of U.S.-Iran relations. Conclusion. From cooperation to confrontation, from covert operations to open conflict, the relationship between Iran and the United States has shaped Middle Eastern geopolitics for more than 70 years. And even now, the future of that relationship remains uncertain. Will diplomacy prevail? Or will rivalry continue to define this turbulent chapter of history? Only time will tell. If you found this deep dive insightful, make sure to like the video and share it with others who want to understand the forces shaping our world. Subscribe to the channel for more in-depth analysis and powerful historical breakdowns. Turn on notifications so you never miss the next chapter. The story isn't over, and you won't want to miss what comes next.